And well, viewers, it's a big update coming in, a big announcement by the Modi Sarkar. The upcoming parliament session is stirring up controversy once again. The government's decision to hold a special session from the 18th September to the 22nd September, coinciding with the Amrit Kal festivities, is being met with the opposition. Now, while the government hopes for productive debates, the opposition argues that the timing during Ganesh Chaturthi festival is deliberate. One thing is guaranteed, that there will be some fireworks taking place in the parliament in days to come. On the other hand, Congress intends to confront the government regarding the Adani issue, alleging that numerous unanswered questions remain about the offshore funding based in Mauritius. TMC asserts that the centre is shaken by Team India, thus is resorting to these kind of tactics. Listen in.
इतिहास में कभी भी त्योहार के समय, वो नवरात्रि हो या गणपति हो, पार्लियामेंट का सेशन कभी हुआ नहीं। अब इन्होंने गणपति के त्योहार में, सब जो त्योहार से भी गणपति की आराधना करने का जो कार्यकाल होता है, उस 11 दिन में इन्होंने अपना अधिवेशन लगाया। ये इनका हिंदुत्व स्वार्थ के बिना, मुझे लगता है गडकरी साहब खुद कह रहे थे, सत्ताकरण के बिना इनको कुछ नहीं सूझता। इनका एक ही काम है, सत्ताकरण करना, समाजकारण नहीं। और हिंदुत्व कितने कैसा है इनका, ढोंग रचने में ये इतने माहिर है कि कुछ मतलब कोई इनके साथ में नहीं लगता जितना ही ढोंग रचते हैं।
Only 5 days. Yeah. That itself shows that the BJP is not serious about the parliament. They want to cut short the number of days. And we tell you, if the BJP allows the parliament to function properly, we will raise the people's issues, the country's issues before the parliament.
India is a secular country. If session is being called, meaningful discussions should be held pertaining to development of the state. And it's also to be seen that it does not clash on the exact festival of either all the religion, and I hope that the fruitful discussion and a positive discussion would be held during this session.
Well, let's go across to Aishwarya first up, joining us with more details on what could be discussed, what could be on the agenda. Very interesting, because this comes after the fiery, session in Lok Sabha and in Rajya Sabha that we saw all throughout the monsoon session. A lot of fireworks that were witnessed, especially over the Manipur crisis. But ahead of the winter session of the parliament, a special session has been called. We're going to see Lok Sabha proceedings and Rajya Sabha proceedings, 5 sittings in total. Aishwarya, what more can you tell us? What could be on the agenda?
Well, certainly, Kisween, the entire monsoon session was disrupted because of the Manipur issue. The opposition camp was trying hard to call on Prime Minister Narendra Modi inside the Parliament House. There was no confidence motion that was moved, and at last Prime Minister spoke on the Manipur issue. But certainly, the entire House was disrupted. Again, a special session has been called by the government for 5 sittings, and certainly it would be very important to see what would be on the agenda. Government has not disclosed the agenda yet, but certainly the speculations are that the new parliament building can have few sittings in the last few sessions of the special session of parliament, and the opening would be in the old parliament building. So a transformation from old building to new building could be seen. This is just speculation made by political experts and senior parliamentarians as well. But the opposition had been attacking the government on calling the special session, as the timing had been also questioned by several opposition leaders, saying that it's a time of Ganesh Chaturthi. Why the government has called at this point of time? There's confusion of dates. Also, the opposition parties claiming that it is the news monitoring policy of the Prime Minister. As India Alliance is meeting in Mumbai, there had been mega disclosure about the Adani scam, and therefore the reason this news had come in that there is a special session that has been called by the government. But certainly important sittings is something that the sources in the government are stating to us, and it would be very interesting to see that what would be in the agenda of the government as far as this special session of the parliament for the upcoming days are concerned.
Okay, thank you for that, Aishwarya. We're tracking that very closely, and Likewise, also tracking the several political reactions coming in. So let's quickly go across to our political speakers of the evening. Manish Bariyar, political analyst, along with analyst Yogi Gade is with us on the broadcast. Mr. Yogi Gade, would you want to first come in and put out your thoughts on what you think this special session could be all about? One shouldn't be surprised really, because that's what happened when GST was brought in. Let's not forget what happened in 2017. But your first opening thoughts.
Yes, actually the special session has been called during the Ganesh festival, which in Maharashtra is actually one of the major festivals, not only in Maharashtra but in India also. And it is surprising that the first time ever during a festival the session has been called, but much can't be done about it, because as it is called, the opposition will definitely have to go and face it, and we'll have to see, wait and watch what the session is being called for actually.
Okay. Mr. Bariyar, would you want to quickly come in on that? Also, do you see it as a problem, the fact that this special session is going to be coinciding with several festivities, including Ganesh Chaturthi? Priyanka Chaturvedi says you're hurting Hindu sentiments in doing so and ensuring this kind of a session coincides with a festival that centric to the Hindu faith.
In fact, to the contrary, I am myself shocked that how come Priyanka Chaturvedi actually talk like that. In fact, they should know that it is one of the most auspicious times, right? And it is considered an Amrit Kal. And it would be pretty, in fitness of things that the new parliament should actually begin at that time. And that is why such kind of a parliament session. It is a common Hindu tradition that during Ganesh festival, all the auspicious things and new things are done. So I'm myself surprised at how she is outside and she's not in sync with what is happening in the country or with Hindu rituals or traditions. So, I was really zapped when I looked at that tweet of hers, and very, very surprising. So, normally it has become a part of the, INDA alliance to oppose everything, all good things which the government is doing. But in that entire process, they are forgetting that, there's a certain culture of this country, and, the government follows that particular.
You're saying
culture,
it's a good time, it's a great timing, given that it's going to be right after G20, and fingers crossed it's going to be a big success indeed. Apart from that, of course, Chandrayaan 3, everyone in the world today is talking about a successful mission. So you're saying the timing is just appropriate, but electorally speaking,
it's a festive feeling,
okay.
A new building, a parliament building. You always want things to enter inside those buildings during the auspicious time and also in a good spirit. So
okay.
I think,
but Mr. Manish, it's also very, very close to 2024. It's very, very close to these meetings of the India Alliance as we speak. Another such meeting is going to just begin in minutes from now in Mumbai. The opposition has come out to say the Modi government is rattled. They want to be in the news. They want to keep making headlines. Some have come out to say that the Modi government wants to actually prepone 2024 elections. It could be held in December. And then comes this particular announcement. Could that possibility then be ruled out? That's what the opposition is going to ask, most certainly.
No, I think, I'm sorry to use the wrong word, but I think they are completely incorrect when they talk about it. And maybe they want to be in news, and which is why they make such kind of comments. I don't think, government would be really looking at these multiple meetings of India Alliance they would not give that much of importance that, such a significant decision of opening of a parliament session and a 5-day special session would be keeping in mind in their announcement what is happening in India. I don't think that it is giving too much of importance to these small meetings of
Mr. Gade, Mr. Gade, we saw the last session which took place between 20th July and 11th of August. So a lot of acrimonious exchanges between the NDA and what now comprises Team India. The opposition should be more than happy. They get another chance to question the government. You want to talk about Adani, you want to talk about Manipur, you want to talk about the several issues that the opposition has been raising the last 9 years. This is another perfect opportunity. Where's the problem?
Definitely, as you've seen, the opposition will take this opportunity in the parliament session which is being called. And even if whatever is being said, it's done for news or whatever, I don't think the citizens of India or the voters of India will vote on the basis of what is happening in this last 4-5 months. They will definitely look at what the government has been doing since the last 5-10 years, and that record will definitely be in the. There is the price rise, corruption. There are a lot of Adani issues which the voters will think before voting for. And I think this is just going to be one.
No, that's fine. But what is the opposition's stated position, and what is going to be their strategy? Because on one hand, you have Manickam Tagore, who comes out to say, and of course tauntingly, thank the Prime Minister, say this is another stunt he's trying to pull off, the 8 p.m. speech, so on and so forth. But we're going to corner the government on the Adani issue and the latest expose that they're referring to, of course. But then you have the likes of Jairam Ramesh who are also saying that this is a diversionary tactic. They're rattled by the successive meetings of Team India which are taking place.
Yes, that could be one of the strategies, but that is best to be answered by the BJP if they have done that. For that, no, the opposition has definitely said that. And even like Priyanka Chaturvedi has said, it's during the Ganesh festival time, a lot of women MPs have Ganesh festival at their homes. And plus in Maharashtra, it's a big festival. People celebrate it on the streets, not only in the houses. So politicians also have to help people on the with the celebrations of the Ganesh festival. And let's see, but now it is called, much can't be done about it. And definitely the opposition will look to counter the government during this special session.
Okay. To you, Mr. Manish, what are you hoping from this special session? Of course, we can all discuss right now in the realm of speculation.
I feel that more than the content inside, I think it's going to be a very good, good positive environment inside the parliament. I don't think that, government is going to really announce anything significant during those times. But I feel that it could be more of a bonhomie, one. And second, the timing has been chosen keeping in mind Ganesh Chaturthi, keeping in mind the Amrit Kal. And so I feel that it is going to be a special session with a lot of focus on unity for the country, and also to talk a lot about and self-congratulate the country for such great success, both in many fields. Like you have in sports field, we have done very well. Chandrayaan obviously is there, right? In general, as a country, we are actually growing and we are breaking new milestones. So I think these 5-day special session could be more of a uniting factor rather than anything else.
Okay, and so while the BJP may want to do that, Mr. Manish, do you think the opposition is going to let that happen? Because you know what happened in the budget session of the parliament earlier this year, recently concluded monsoon session, we saw a lot of stormy, fiery exchanges. We also saw a lot of walkouts being staged. You had a no confidence motion, very, very dramatic, which of course stood defeated in the end. But can you rule that out?
So that was last time, but that situation was different. It was a vote of no confidence, so you can expect that. But I think this is a special session, and this is going to be, just before winter session. Winter session is there. I think opposition will get its chance to really corner the government during the winter session. But, it needs to be seen as to what is the agenda of the government, because it's still not come. Based on that, obviously, the opposition is going to take it. But, I would like to just add, I was very, I'm still saying that I was very surprised by what, in fact, she tweeted, Mrs. Chaturvedi, because in Bihar government, today is Rakhi, and yesterday was Rakhi. There was no holiday on Rakhi. They cut down. There were several other Hindu government festivals, holidays. They have cut down by 12 days. And so Bengal government has done, and many of the other governments which are part of India Alliance. So I question them as to, what direction they are going.
Okay, selective outrage. You're talking about double standards. You're saying while Bihar is very, very comfortable in curtailing holidays mostly related to Hindu festivals, they're now saying that this is problematic. The timing of this special session, which has been announced by the government, is problematic because it's coinciding with Ganesh Chaturthi. Very interesting argument, Mr. Manish.
Welcomed it.
Okay, Mr. Manish, Mr. Gade, many thanks for joining us this evening. Lots more lined up. 18 to 22nd, remember, are the dates wherein we will see 5 sittings of the special session of the parliament, which the government has announced just today.